I posted something today and I thought it was interesting. I made a post today and it says, I don't know who needs to hear this, but boring men come home and take care of babies. What you want might not be what you need. Carry on, Rev Ron. And it's funny because since I've been married, the level of peace that I've experienced, which I always have to say, when you choose the right person, the level of peace will make no level of sense to you as a single person. There's no way I could have told my single self about what I'm experiencing right now. And the joy that comes along with the peace is ridiculous. And part of it was too, when I first started experiencing it, I was like, good relationships are kind of boring, but it's only boring because there's no chaos. I made this statement: peace is boring to those who are too comfortable with chaos. And I want to ask you, for those of you that have dated somebody and you're like, man, this dude is boring. Is he really boring? Is he really boring? Could it be that the relationship is boring because you're so used to chaos and the peace attached to it is something that you can't produce, so it doesn't feel good to be around it, which is why you call it boring? And I said, I'm guilty of it. Before I got married and really settled down, I like chaos. I like the chaos. And I didn't know I liked it, but I did. Because again, with men, part of our drive for sex is to chase, to meet a woman that you don't know and she ain't paying you no attention. And then, she's strong and independent, and then you game her up, and then y'all have sex, and now she talking like a little baby, like, I miss you, handsome. I smell you in my sheets. When am I going to see your face? I can't wait to see you. Boop. You like, but wasn't it a hot girl to summer like 2 weeks ago and you didn't have time for me and you was super busy? Now you got all the time? Okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? The chase was the fun part of it. But I'm asking you, for those of you who dating guys and you think he's too boring, if you have kids, do you want your kids to have excitement or do you want to have structure? Because I believe good men come home and they take care of babies, and they like taking care of babies, and they like taking care of you. So they don't mind being home. And I ain't talking about somebody who sit home and don't do nothing. But if you have somebody who's actually a student of life, because me, I consider myself boring. Put it like this: everything that's routine can be boring to somebody after you do it enough. Especially if you don't love it, it can be boring. Like going to the gym. I don't like going to the gym. Going to the gym is boring to me. But I know it's good for me, and it ain't always exciting. But at the same time, I know it's necessary in order for me to get the life, the body, and the looks that I want. Because I don't want to be on TV fat-faced it. So I go to the gym and work out, even though it don't feel good. I had one of my homegirls, she hit me up and she had to inquire about one of my homies. And I never speak on men or talk about men character at all. And I know what kind of girl she is. I'm like, do you really want somebody who ain't never home? Because he traveled a lot. Would you really want somebody who ain't never home? And she was like, huh. I was like, yeah, I know it looks exciting, but at the same time, for you and what you want, and you want to have kids, if he's gone all the time, is that what you want? And she was like, oh, I didn't think about it like that. I'm like, yeah, you got to think about that. Because my wife is a special woman. Like when we go out, literally she is chill and in the background and she watch people do disrespect. Like women come up to us and like trying to talk to me and don't even acknowledge her. And I don't like that. Like, yo, this is my wife. I initially say, hey, this is my wife. And then they talk, and sometimes people don't be like, they don't know how to log off and they just be talking the whole time. But my wife is built different. So I'm grateful. And it's so funny. Even when I hang out with her, she's so doggone cute. When we go out, I'm standing on the sidelines and dudes be all in her face and don't want to introduce me. Like, so she introduces me, but they be trying to talking to her like I ain't even there. So it's a thing. But at the same time, are you really ready for what you say you want? You want somebody exciting who's in VIP, but you got time to be in VIP when you ain't home. I feel like God will give you sometimes what you need and not necessarily what you want. So if you want a family and you got somebody who shows up, is he really boring? Or do you like chaos? Y'all call him boring. But back in the days, they used to call him a family man. Comment below, tag 5 people, and let's talk about it. It's about to be a toxic summer.